So this press statement is issued on 24th of June 2019. It's headlined assassination allegations against Mount Kenya cabinet secretaries are meant to incite other Kenyans against Kenyans from Mount Kenya region. I will read. Today we woke up to the news that the 4 cabinet secretaries who come from Mount Kenya region, this is Cecily Kariuki, Joe Mushero, James Macharia and Peter Munya, were at the DCI recording statements over allegations that they are holding or they've been holding meetings to plan how to assassinate the Deputy President, William Ruto. Kenyans need to know that cabinet secretaries from all over the country meet with leaders from their regions to discuss how best to fast track development projects from their regions. For example, there are meetings that are held at Weston Hotel regularly by leaders and government officials from Rift Valley to discuss Rift Valley development projects. Leaders from Nyanza meet, leaders from Northeastern meet, leaders from Eastern region meet, and leaders from Western region meet. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these meetings at all, as far as we are concerned. This is the reason why Kenyans insist on regional balance at cabinet level, so that each region has people who understand the dynamics of where they come from at the policy-making level of government. Cabinet secretaries also meet internally and across regions to discuss the same issue. However, there is this narrative that when leaders from Mount Kenya region meet, they must be planning to do something wrong. Last year, when Mount Kenya leaders met in Naivasha, it caused an uproar across the country. Again, when we met the president in Nyeri, it was national news, despite the fact that leaders from other regions do this all the time. In fact, immediately thereafter, efforts were made to undermine this unity. And today, leaders from Mount Kenya region are openly divided as some campaign for Ruto's 2022 bid and others insist this is not the right time and demand for development first. It must be understood that the meetings that CS Munya, Mushero, Kariuki and Macharia are being accused of holding are as a result of the Naivasha and Nyeri meetings on how to ensure Mount Kenya gets its fair share of development projects. Some of us have been involved in these meetings. They have nothing to do with planning to assassinate anyone. The question then is, why would anyone suggest such a ridiculous thing? We are convinced that those behind these allegations are trying to stop the Mount Kenya cabinet secretaries from assisting Mount Kenya members of parliament to push development for the region, even as they themselves do it for their own regions. We also see this as meant to intimidate these cabinet secretaries from executing decisions made by the president towards developing our region. Finally, we see this as a badly disguised attempt to incite the rest of the country against our region, against our leaders, and against the president. This we will not accept. It cannot be that everyone else can meet and it is okay, except Mount Kenya leaders. That is the end of our statement.
Ofisi ya naibu rais kwenda kulalamika kwa idara ya uchunguzi kwamba wale mawaziri waliokutana ama huwa wanakutana kwenye hoteli ya Lamanda ambao ni Cecily Kariuki, Joe Mushero, Peter Munya na James Macharia, ikiwa ni mara nyingi kufuatilia mipangilio ya ile mipango ya maendeleo kwa serikali ambayo inahusu zile sehemu wanazotoka za Mlima Kenya, na kwamba habari zikatokea kwamba wana njama ama ni mipango wanaenda kupanga huko ya kumuua naibu rais William Ruto, na ni kusema kwamba hiyo ni siasa ya upuzi ambayo sio ya ukweli, kwa sababu mawaziri kutoka ama watu wenye viongozi wenye hadhi kubwa kwa serikali hukutana kwa sehemu na kupanga vitu vingi. Tunajua wengi wa Bonde la Ufa hukutana huko Weston, na wengine hukutana pia kwa ofisi ya Waziri Matiang'i, wale wa kutoka Nyanza. Na hakuna wakati wowote kwamba watu wamelaumiwa ama kusemekana kwamba wako na nia mbaya. Na ni vizuri kusema kwamba wale wametoa hii wana nia mbovu ya kupotoza nchi, ya kuchochea nchi na kuweza kusema kwamba kila wakati watu wa Mlima Kenya wakikutana ni kwa nia mbaya. Na hii ndio tunajaribu kupinga zaidi, na tusiwe tunafuatilia hiyo barabara. Ni mbaya kwa nchi. Tusifanye siasa kwenye kila kitu. Tumuunge rais mkono aunganishe nchi na tuweze kupata maendeleo. Hata sisi watu wa Mount Kenya pia tupate ile miradi ya maendeleo tunahitaji.
Hold, be it at the MP level or even at the presidency or deputy presidency level. And I think it beholds us that we don't read politics in everything that we do. It's just the other day we had an election. We were given a mandate. We had a manifesto for which we were to deliver to Kenyans. But unfortunately for us, we have become too political and reading politics in everything that happens. And I always say, every Kenyan, so many of you, including some of you that are there, are entitled to hold a position of leadership. You have the qualification to be an MP, to be a president, to be anything. But you've given us the privilege to serve you. May we be found faithful to the people that gave us jobs and not really sensationalize everything that happens around us. We want to create politics and read politics into it. I was completely taken aback by this news because I was part of the people that went to Naivasha as a member of parliament from Central Kenya. And we had a very good discussion around the table on the things that would want government to do within the available resources of the government. And for me to then read that it has turned out to be a plan for something like this, I find it completely, shocking. And I think we need to reduce the politics. We need to reduce the political temperatures. We need to realize we've just been 2 years since the election. In fact, 2 years will come to an end in August the 8th. We are not yet even 2 years, yet we have just politicized everything that we want to do. And I think that's why the president has been calling on all of us to tone down on the politics, because Wanjiko still wants to have, hospitals done, want to be attended. So I think this is the time for us, to reduce that. And also, I find like this kind of statement is what goes into creating division within our country. This is the time that the president has called us to be unified, to have unity. So when we make such a statement, it can only create divisions. And I think this is the wrong time for such a statement to come out. Unfortunate. And we want to tell our cabinet secretary we support them. And we know what they are doing. We know they mean well for this country. And to continue serving as they've always done. Thank you.
Viongozi wa Mount Kenya, tunataka kusema yale maneno yalitokea siku ya leo si maneno ya kweli, na kuja kuwa na mkutano wowote wa kupanga jama za naitwa nini na Kiswahili, kuharibu maisha ya deputy president. Na vile tumekuwa na mikutano kadhaa kama viongozi wa Central Kenya, na hii mkutano imekuwa ni ya kuongea juu ya maendeleo, vile wananchi wanaweza kupata maendeleo, lakini hakuja kuwa na mkutano wowote wa kupanga assassination mahali yoyote. Ile maneno tumepanga, tulikuwa na mkutano pale Naivasha na tukakubaliana ile miradi tungependa serikali tufanyie. Na ni kusema kweli tumekuwa tukifuata kama viongozi, na ni kazi yetu kufuata maendeleo. Na tuko na cabinet secretaries kadhaa kutoka Mount Kenya na tumekuwa tukijadiliana nao. Na si cabinet secretaries kutoka Mount Kenya pekee, ni cabinet secretary wote. Kwa hivyo hii maneno ilikuwa imetokea ikaenda kwa DCI ni maneno ya uongo na ni upuzi mtupu.
Okay.
Kiswahili ni ngumu.
Mine is just to put my voice on the issue of the news that we woke up to this morning, that cabinet secretary is meeting in Thika Road Lamada Hotel, ya kwamba walikuwa wanapanga vile watadhulumu wengine. I'm totally shocked because I didn't expect that. First of all, I don't know why people have a problem when central MPs, central executive, that is cabinet secretaries and PSs meet. Yet when other people are meeting, for example, there are people who have been going to Weston Hotel for meetings with the deputy president. There are people who have been going to deputy president's residence in Karen just to strategize. Just the other day, leaders from Meru had a meeting with the deputy president. I think it was Thursday last week. If we get paranoid and all the time when we have meetings, people are worried about what are they saying, what are they planning, then it means we are not going to have any positive development in this country. Personally, I was in Naivasha. I was also in Nyeri when His Excellency the President met the leaders from Central Region, and he actually appointed CS Munya to be on the forefront to coordinate the executive and the members of parliament from Central Region, because we accused the CSs that they are neglecting us. They are not giving us their ears to listen to us. We actually told His Excellency the President, and he publicly appointed CS Munya to be the coordinator to make sure that members of parliament are able to meet the PSs and meet the CSs. And we have been having those kind of talks, following on individual projects from areas where we come from. So if these CSs are sitting down to strategize on how they are going to help us to be able to get the development that Wanjiku has been complaining that Central Region is neglected, then what is the problem? For me, I can't wait for them to even meet tomorrow and tell me when are they going to make sure that they revive the bacon factory in Kiambu County that is long, long gone. Just like the way they revived Rivertex, we want our bacon factories to be revived in Central Region. We also want to see all those factories that have closed down in Thika because of extremely high power bills be revived. Who is going to revive them if Munya and Kionjore and Karaoke and Masharia cannot sit down and agree as part of leaders that come from the Central Region and understand the issues of Central Region? So these meetings are viable. They must meet, and they will continue meeting as long as they are hearing the cry of the Wajiko from Central Region. And we must stop this paranoid way of living, where when you see people together, you are imagining they are doing something negatively from what you believe or what you expect. And I think the DP needs to be very honest here. Very, very honest. Very, very honest. Why didn't he write the statement himself? Why? Did he have to make a call? If all of us do make calls to DCI, will he work? If surely he believes that something was being planned, why can't he just do the statement? And then we follow up from there. We are not here to defend evil. If there is evil, let it be evil, and let it be known to be evil. But let's not peddle lies in the name of politics.